Hello, parents and guardians of Physio students. I'm really glad that you're watching this video and came to meet me and talk about physiology. I've been having a great time with the students, and so I'm going to go over some things with you. I'm going to share my screen with you and go ahead and go through this presentation that I prepared for you guys. I'm also going to be putting this presentation in the email so that you can go to it and click on all the links and all that kind of stuff. So welcome to you all. Back to school night. I can't believe it's already here. Seems like we just started. This is a slide that I share with the kids every day, or almost every day. And it's just a reminder to them that they're not supposed to record or take pictures during a Zoom to protect the privacy of their classmates and the teacher. And so that's something that they get reminded of regularly. And then I also have this class purpose that I remind them of. And it's just about building a community as a class and making sure that we're supporting each other and building our knowledge and understanding of physiology, and that people bring positive attitudes and take positive actions to keep our class productive. So that's something that I remind them of daily. And I want to say that they're doing amazing. They've been very patient with me and my struggles, and they're being very supportive and really working as a team. So I see them helping each other, answering each other's questions, a lot of times before I can, helping me out, because by my third Zoom class of the day, my brain is not always functioning so well. And also physiology's been tough. It's been a tough one, and I'll talk more about why that is. So just some quick stuff about me. I'm a California native. I grew up in Berkeley. I've been teaching a while. I've been to weddings and even baby showers, which always makes me feel old, but you know, I've been in the game for a while. My husband's from Africa. We met in Paris, so I'm fluent in French, and I have 2 of my own children who are all grown now, and I also have kitties. So that's just some little info, but the important thing I think for you all to know is I'm really in this job because I love it, and I'm here to help the kids learn and advocate for them however I can. And then I'm always open to suggestions for improvement. So I have a website that I put together, which has some resources that might be helpful to you as parents and guardians. There is a contact me little tab drop down thing, and it has a form that you can fill out to request a Zoom meeting or a phone meeting. So if you want to do that, you can always email me too. You could also do it this way. There's also a little form for comments and suggestions. And then there's information about the clubs that I advise. And I also put in a community events calendar. And right now it has all kinds of virtual happenings on there, from like yoga classes on the weekends to all kinds of different things. And for example, tonight and then running, I think, through the whole weekend, there is a free online Shakespeare play that UC Irvine produced. And, you know, there's just a lot of interesting cultural things happening. So I'm trying to link those a little bit so that people can access them if they like. So that's the website. I'm using this messaging app called Talking Points. It's a newer messaging app, and it has the advantage that it can translate to and from over 100 languages. So if English is not your first language, then it could be very helpful for you in that way. And here are the instructions for how to connect to that. A lot of the students are connected to it already, and it's really the most convenient and fastest way to get in touch with me because it goes straight to my phone. I don't have to be on my computer, and it's just very quick and easy. So for this class, we have a textbook, and right now we don't really have a whole lot more resources that are kind of formal resources. So I've heard, you know, people joking that teachers are like building the plane as they're flying it. And I have to say that in physiology right now, I feel like I'm building the plane while I'm flying it, but my only like materials are like chewing gum and maybe a shoelace and some paper. because I just feel like there's not a lot to work with, because so much of what we normally do is hands-on and in the classroom and dissections and looking at skeletons and all a lot of things that we do, a lot of interactive work in physiology. So adapting it to this distance learning has been difficult, and the students have been very patient with all of my failed attempts so far, and a few successful attempts. But yeah, I just really appreciate, like, they're such team players. They're so helpful, and you know, helping me figure stuff out when I need the help. So I really appreciate that attitude. The school district is working on getting a license for this online lab thing called Labster. So I went there and sort of played around a little bit, but you can't really see all of the different offerings they have. So I'm hoping that it's gonna be very life-saving for us, and that the kids will get to do more lab type things. Anyway, I'm doing my best, and I hope that it gets better and better from here on out, because there have been some good days, but there's been a lot of really tough days. So anyway, these are just the expectations for Zoom conferencing, and I really like this class has been excellent for the most part, with a few like little, I don't know, little moments of fun, I guess I would call them, along the way. But yeah, they've been very cooperative, engaged, and really helping the class function as it should. The question came up, like, is there a notebook or a binder that students need? And so I really, really highly recommend that they keep a notebook for this class and take notes in it, so they can have everything all in one place. They are allowed to use all of their notes and class materials for all of the tests. And so having everything in one place is going to be very helpful for them. I definitely will be asking them to handwrite notes and make diagrams. Sometimes, getting things down on paper in that way is very helpful. I'm not going to be grading a notebook, however, and if they want to do like an online digital kind of notebook for themselves, that's also fine. I just really want them to have a place where they keep all of the many, many things that we're learning together, so that they can reference it when they need it, because I don't expect them to memorize all of the vocabulary that we're learning. I want them to be able to go to a place and find it, and reference it when they need it. These are the topics that I'm hoping to cover this term. Right now we're in medical terms. We are having a test tomorrow on medical terms. So hopefully they'll feel very prepared for that after class today. Then we're going to move on to a very quick body systems overview. And then we're zooming into like the particle level, then to the cell level, which is histology. And then we'll start moving into different human body systems. For grading, 45% of the grade depends on their daily work and the daily work that they turn in the Google Classroom. Tests are worth 40%. Those will also be done through the Google Classroom. And the final is worth 15%. So normally I update the grades at least every week, normally on Fridays. But I'm behind, very behind right now. I've just been trying to get stuff ready for class every day, and it's been a big challenge. So, so I'm putting in some extra hours trying to get caught up. You should be able to see Synergy grades very soon, but you can always ask to see their Google Classroom and see how they're doing so far. So for the final, I'm going to do a final project. And last year we did an engineering project where they built these articulated hands, which helped them bring in ideas from the skeletal system and the muscular system and bring things together in that way, and also learn how to use the engineering design cycle. That's not very practical for distance learning, so I'm trying to come up with like an alternative that's going to be interesting and fun and engaging, and also really give them a chance to show what they've learned. So I'm trying to decide exactly how to do that. I might change the project, or maybe have like a distribution day where they pick up supplies for this project. We'll see. And I'm starting drop-in tutoring for all my classes. They do have the independent work time, which is 20 minutes right after class, but if they need more assistance than that, or they don't realize they need assistance until later, then I have 2 drop-in times during the week, Tuesday and Thursday from 2:15 to 3, and this is the Zoom information for that. And if you have any questions or concerns, then there's a couple of different ways you can get them to me. You could fill out this Google form that's linked right here, or you can join me on the Zoom tonight. I'm just going to have an open drop-in session from 7:10 to 8, so anytime you want to drop in between those times, you're more than welcome if you'd like to talk about something. And that's all I have for you. Here's my contact information, and again, the feedback form for this session. So thank you so much for coming, and please let me know if you have any questions or concerns, and have a great year. Thank you.